Cybernation Uncensored.
Hey, we're officially live now. Everyone can see us and hear us. Let's check those mics real quick. Everyone just say hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Nice. I can hear everyone. Chat, let me know if you can hear everyone on your end. Sometimes little glitches happen if anyone freezes or any of that stuff, and we'll try to get it fixed right away. But hopefully that's not the case right now. This is our Team Veritas. Awesome. PWB says everyone sounds good. All right. Cool. Put my nerves at ease. We can move forward confidently now. This is our Team Veritas. We do, we do it on, the second and the last Wednesday of every month. And Team Veritas is right now on, Season 4, Session 3 of Season 4, Voodoo. They've been through a lot. You can check out all the VODs on the Cybernation Uncensored YouTube, and I recommend that. They've lots of crazy plot twists and role playing and just all kinds of cool stuff that they've been through. But yeah, before we get into a little recap of the current campaign and we dive in right where they left off, which was a bit hectic, a bit kind of crazy. Let's back up for a moment. Let's first do like we always do. Let's go around the table. Everyone take a moment to introduce yourself. Let people know where they can find you online and introduce your character as well. Naomi, why don't you start it off for us?
All right. Hi, my name's Naomi. I play Cynthia, also known as the Executioner. You can find me under the handle of Mad Last McGee, usually on Twitter. I am also part of the Discord, so you can just message me there if you want to. But hi, everyone.
Hell yeah. Jancic.
Hi, I'm Jancic. I can be found pretty much on any social media as @Jancic_1. And I play Wolf the Solo, who's in over his head at the moment, trying not to kill somebody who wants to kill me, apparently. Waiting to see what's going to happen.
And Valerie.
Hello. Remember to get myself off of mute.
It's a good idea.
Everybody, you can follow me at Twitter at cyber_Valerie. You can find me here this coming Sunday, every Sunday at the end of the month now, starting up again. Well, we're doing our first session. Shadow I cannot pronounce it very well.
Shadows of Astarin, last Monday. Sunday will be the
last
Dune.
Monday.
Yeah, last Monday.
Yeah, Monday.
Of the month.
Sorry.
You better
Monday.
be there Monday, not Sunday. I need you there on Monday.
My weeks are already all blended, but I can't wait. I'm so excited. And today I play Phoenix, your fixer. Yay. And also look out for the cooking show coming up soon, Fallout. So look out for that also on this channel, Cybernation Uncensored.
Yeah, there might be some fun cameos in that too, from what I'm hearing. We'll see what happens. Chris.
Hey, I'm Chris. You can find me at pretty much every social media site as ColdSpider04, and today I'll be playing Tomcat, the fixer, or not the fixer, the tech. Sorry.
Get games mixed up. You got a few games going now. That's pretty exciting.
Yeah. I know you're a Twit, or I know you're not on Twit. But what am I? On there, I play a Rocker Boy. Check it out every Monday. Their schedule is going to be changing after February, so I'll keep you posted on that.
Yeah, definitely. And Will.
Hi, I'm Will. You can find me on Twitter at Billy Huddles. I'm also in the Discord as Rook. And then you can catch me every Saturday on Team Nevermore, where I play No Sticks the Netrunner. But today I will be playing Looper, the eccentric and exasperated and gonzo media of the group.
Hell yeah. And I am Rob Mulligan. I'm the game master here, but I'm also the founder of Cybernation Uncensored. Check out Cybernation Uncensored for all kinds of gameplay, tutorial series, just all kinds of content. We have so many GMs and people on this channel now. We have a live stream just about every day of the week. On some days we have multiple streams, like tomorrow morning, 8 a.m. Pacific time. You can tune in here for GM Diamond Dust's first, it might be their session 0, actually, for their Cyberpunk RED, and then over on the Sirenscape channel at 4 p.m. is my Cyberpunk RED and then back here at 6 p.m. Pacific for GM Winter's Star Trek. But that's just one example. Check out the calendar if you join Cybernation Uncensored on Discord or anywhere you find us. YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere. Check out our calendar and all the streams we have coming up and join us. We'd love for you to tune in to the lives here on Twitch, so make sure you follow and subscribe here on Twitch. But also, we put everything on our YouTube channel in VOD form, and then everything goes out to the podcast after that. So we'd really love your support. We also have tons of casting calls and community call-outs and all kinds of great ways that you can get involved with Cybernation Uncensored. Most of that is done on our Discord, so make sure you check out the Discord. In fact, I'll put in the link right here. We have these little commands. I don't know if we have a mod handy, so I'll drop it in there myself, but definitely join our Discord. Check out the current casting calls and just check out the community. We have a good time there. One of the other things that we have is a real active Patreon where I have gameplay, all kinds of cool stuff you can vote on and just get early access to. Some upcoming new things going on, as well as some shout outs I try to do on all the live streams. So I want to take a moment just to give shout outs to some of the supporters over there. All of you are literally the fuel on my fire, keeping me fucking going, putting out these streams all the time and growing this brand and just constantly moving forward with it. I really appreciate all of you. Kevin Moreno, Joseph Holder, Naomi Madlass, William Huddleston, Jamie Minch, John Erfurt, Leaded Coffee, Chris Anderson, Matt James, Jam Reservoir Panda, Roten, aka Renegade 420, Samurai Max, Steve Barr from Sirenscape. Sirenscape is an official sponsor here at Cybernation Uncensored. Zeno, Zach Capricious Nature, Cyber Smiley, Raven, Andy Stretton, Copious Salt, Derek Lawrence, Daniel Terry, Alex Maxwell, Nicholas King, Tracy Goodwin, aka Stink Palm, who's running the Mondays. I know you're a twit, but what am I? Where Tomcat here, Chris was talking about playing a character on. So make sure you check that out too. Igor, Chris Callies, right here. Homer's Odyssey. So yeah, all of you, seriously, thank you so much. You mean so much to me. The support is just amazing. And yeah, like I said, it just keeps me going and expanding this brand. And if you've seen anything that we've been doing lately, it has just been exploding. So many new shows and things. I'm just so proud of everyone that's part of the team and just everything that's been happening and just everything that's to come. So many things coming down the pipeline. I'm so excited to get into. I can't mention yet because we're still working some things out, but just so much content. So make sure you follow and subscribe. Really would appreciate that. All right, let's get into it. This is Team Veritas. Team Veritas is a neocorp. They pretty much started their own neocorporation. It's a media company. They try to, shed some light on the dark-ass night city. This dystopian city needs someone out there trying to, set things right and just kind of, expose the baddies and try to lift up the good and all that stuff. So they have a home base in an abandoned firehouse. I can bring up that image too. That's always fun. Well, I'll bring that up a little bit later. We'll be seeing that. But yeah, the team, they basically have these sponsors that cover their monthly expenses as long as they're breaking a case, breaking some type of story every month. Hopefully their believability checks out. Otherwise, there's always repercussions to be had. But as long as they're breaking a case, some type of story or case or whatever monthly, they're satisfying the sponsors and they can hold down their home base and do what they're doing. Currently, they're trying to get Tomcat out of some shit with the Voodoo boys. Their new partner in crime here, who's joined Team Veritas, came into the team saying, look, I looked you up, I need some help. The Voodoo boys have pretty much been keeping me under their thumb as some slave labor. They've even kidnapped my kid right now because I won this installment at Playland by the Sea for my tech work. He basically, Tomcat runs a sort of brain dance sideshow sort of thing, and for a couple weeks he's going to be putting on there, and Voodoo Boys don't want him doing anything else except work for them, and basically, like I said, slave labor. So they kidnapped his kid, keep trying to get control over Tomcat. He hit up Veritas, look, can you help me, a couple things here, find my kid and get him back, but also expose the Voodoo Boys for all this crime shit that they're doing, try to incriminate them for as much as possible, just to throw them under their bus, give them as much problems as possible with NCPD and incriminating sort of stuff. So then Tomcat can kind of slip out from under their thumb, hang out with now Team Veritas. He's staying at the home base and kind of trying to work out of there and just be kind of low key because of the whole Voodoo Boys fiasco that's going on. Well, the team was successful. They actually got into the Voodoo Boys home base, which is above the data pool, run by Jake, this guy from LA, Neo Angeles, where the team actually made their way down there before this campaign. Met this guy, has a little thing for Phoenix. Phoenix was able to distract them while the team broke into the home base, rescued Tomcat's kid as they were trying to leave there. Jake kind of came back in after they took out a couple Voodoo Boys, and Looper distracted the rest of the gang, kind of going off into the upper marina to hook up with some hookers and drugs. Yeah, basically things are getting kind of crazy, but Phoenix wasn't able to convince Jake so much that that they were there to eat and kind of flirt and do things. Failed a couple social checks and stuff, so Jake just kind of wanted to get back to work and get back to the shop. Got a little notification that some shit's going down in the home base in the building. So he came up, sees some dead Voodoo Boys and pulled his gun on Wolf. Sees Tomcat and Looper coming out the back. Cynthia with her netrunner, Emma, coming out the side room. And yeah, it's just kind of a chaotic moment. Did I miss any other important things I should bring up, or was that a decent recap for everyone?
Yeah, I pretty much covered everything.
Yeah, I think I'm pretty much like running up next to him.
That's right. You're like right behind him, coming up behind him. He's standing up in the living room right now. I believe gun pulled on Wolf, if I'm not mistaken.
Right.
So yeah, let's get some city sounds going from Sirenscape. Once again, shout out to Sirenscape, official sponsor here. Fucking love these sound sets. Make sure I'm not getting the sirens too loud. Always got to drop the sirens on this particular sound set. I love it, but it can be a bit much. From what I've heard from people driving around listening to the podcast, it can get a little scared, thinking cops are following you. But yeah, let's get into it. We left off with Jake right there, just kind of like, what the fuck, and looking around, sees dead Voodoo Boys, sees, all of you there, and has the gun on Wolf. Wolf tried to calm him down, I believe. Kind of failed a bit of a social check there to calm him down. And, Jake's holding the gun and just, what are you doing? Everybody stop. Just nobody move. He's got his gun on Wolf.
Wolf's got his hands up. He's like, hey, you need to look and see what's going on here. There's a little kid right here.
Yeah, and we can, I even brought up, sorry to interrupt there, Tomcat. I brought up the little combat tracker because we will go into order for the sake of we're still kind of in that tense moment. But I want to just at least go around and let everybody kind of dive into this role play moment. So Wolf kind of says that to him. Tomcat, what do you say?
I just want to get my kid out of here. That's it. Just want to get my kid out of here and get him safe. I don't know you. I don't know if you know what's going on here, but I just want to get him home.
And Looper?
Hey, man. Look, we're just trying to deal with some corrupt-ass fools here, okay? And, you didn't see nothing. You didn't see us. We didn't see you. How about, maybe we can just let bygones be bygones. They kidnapped this kid. Just trying to get the fuck out of Dodge, man. Isn't that what you would do?
And Cynthia, you're coming out the side room with Emma. Emma kind of still in the system, getting some incriminating, saying that she came across some incriminating pictures and, obviously deals and things that they're doing or whatever. But now all this is happening in the living room behind you. You kind of turn and see all this. What are you doing?
Emma's like next to me, right?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna kind of like step in front of her and like push her behind me a little bit and be like, "Hey, buddy, what's with the why are you pointing guns on us? What's going on?"
And Phoenix, you're coming up behind Jake. What are you doing?
I just tell him, "Oh Lord, these are my people, Jake. Put your gun down, or they're gonna shoot you in your rear. Put it down." Just trying to calm him down as I'm running up towards him.
Now, give me a conversation. See if you can kind of get through to him during this moment.
So you listen.
Nice. Yeah, he kind of like is shaking the gun. And he doesn't really turn to look at you, but he just slightly turns his head back and he's like, "Phoenix, you know these people? What the fuck is going on?" He's like holding his gun and looking and just kind of panicking.
I told you the Voodoo Boys were no good. Just go ahead and put that gun down. Wolf's a really good shot. Just put it down. You see the young boy, just put it down.
And he looks over and you know, looks over towards you, Tomcat, with your son. You're kind of have him behind you a little bit, and lowers his gun a little bit and looks back to you, Phoenix. Well, what the fuck is going on here? These guys are protecting my shop. What is going on up here?
Oh lordy.
You don't know?
They
still recording.
Kidnapped your son. What?
I never stopped recording, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you didn't know that they had a little boy up here?
Gentlemen, they were using him as a pawn. Relax. Jake, they were just totally using your shop as a deploy. They had this young boy all locked up in your behind here, up here. I don't know which room. I just got here with you. But come on. Step out this way. Let the little boy leave.
Well, wait a minute now. This isn't that clean and easy here. Well, so they kidnapped a kid. They're keeping it up here, but this is still the fucking Voodoo boys. So what? I still have to run business out of here. What the fuck? What am I gonna do? What's? You can see he's kind of going into panic mode, realizing that all this is going down.
You weren't here. That's the whole point. What you weren't here. Just wander off. Make sure you're not on all the cameras. Everything happened after hours, anyways, my dear. You won't have any worries.
Hey, Rob, what part of the city are we in?
Let me bring up the map in the. There it is. I believe his shop was in Old Japantown.
I'm sorry, where?
Old Japantown, I believe.
Because I was going to say, maybe we could get a favor, like, we do have some favor from Ripon that we never cashed in on. Maybe we get him extra protection.
That's an idea.
Yeah, we set you up in a new protection.
Well, give me
A legal protection.
Yeah, give me a persuasion though, Phoenix, based on that last sort of.
Oh, wait, hold on. Did I hit the right one?
That was perception.
I know, we always hit that one first. Gotta get that one out of the way.
I feel like whereas others appease the mute god, Val always appeases the perception god. Even when I want persuasion.
That's perception.
There we go.
There we go.
Nice.
I don't know why it's not updating. Hold on one second. There we go. Okay, persuasion. Nice. Yeah, and thanks, Stormwolf, Maxwell, for one of our promotion managers there at Cyberpunk Uncensored, giving a couple +2s. But yeah, Jake, you see him kind of like put his gun away, and now he just kind of turns his back to everyone. He's just facing you, Phoenix, and he goes, "All right, fine. It's your people. Just clean it up. I was never here. Fuck. I take care of it, please." And he just walks off talking to himself. You see him go down the stairs. He's like, "Fuck, what the heck? Come to Night City. Let's expand the business. It'll go great. Yeah, sure, okay." And he keeps going and walks out, walking off down the alley, talking to himself, ranting.
I just lean over to Emma. Emma, make sure he's erased up all the cameras, please, my dear.
Come to Night City. We'll have a few laughs.
It'll be fun, they said. It's safe, they said.
Yeah, I just asked Emma to make sure he's off all the cameras and.
Yeah, Emma says, "Oh, that was one of the first things I did. I dropped a loop on there, deleted any stuff of us coming in. I'll take Jake out too. I'll put the end of it for. I'll just leave it here. It's stuck on what it's on. We were never here."
Nice. Excellent job. We should probably come back maybe tomorrow or something and talk to the Meatball Man and strike up a deal with him.
Yeah, we're gonna have to cushion the deal with Jake. We gotta get a new protection because Voodoo boys are not gonna be around after this. Hopefully.
We'll sort that out, but for right now, let's get the hell out of here before they start coming back.
Did we get everything we needed? All the footage we needed or it?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
so.
Ours totaled though, so we're for cabinet.
Car's totaled.
Oh wait, no, I'm thinking of the wrong game. I'm sorry.
I was about to say,
I am
just
so
got
sorry.
that car.
I just got here. What happened to my car?
Jelly hit the curb, Looper. She didn't crash it.
No,
Yeah, and right then, Looper, that agent goes off again. You're just getting like another message from that Voodoo Boys agent that you guys jacked from the body that Wolf beat to death and you guys stuffed into a dumpster. But yeah, it goes off and you're getting a message. It's from those Voodoo Boys again, the same group, the main group or whatever, and it just says, where are you at? We're here. We've been here. No one's here. What the fuck is going on?
Shit. Well, to avoid them tracking this shit, I say we just leave this here.
Did you get off the information off that phone, right? Traced it?
Yeah, all copied onto a chip.
Did you waste your fingerprints off that?
Oh yeah, I did.
Yeah, I would just leave it here and just not even respond.
You better put it on one of the
body
bodies.
from out of the dumpster downstairs and bring it up and put the phone on it like he was here. He came back.
There
Is
you
he
go.
gonna show? Yeah, is he gonna show signs of like being dead longer? No, they're not gonna know the difference. Fuck it, let's do it.
It's only been a few hours, right?
Well, let's go already.
All right, so who's gonna be on body duty? Body planting
Got
duty.
it.
Not
I
it.
just got my nails done.
Same.
You still Wolf?
I've
You
been
guys-
covered in blood once today. I might as well go. That
I
one's
think-
my fault.
I think Tomcat should be exempted because he has his kid, and the kid doesn't need to see that.
Yeah.
As I was saying, if you guys get my kid back to the firehouse, I'll get this shit cleaned up. It's the least I can do for all you've done for me.
Oh, don't worry about
Get him in
cleaning
the
up the
car.
mess.
Let's go. Just get out of here.
Let's go.
I'll get the mop.
So yeah, what's
Don't
the
spend too much
plan?
time in here.
You all,
I'll stay with Tomcat and help do some heavy lifting and getting this stuff cleaned up a little.
Oh,
Stage a little bit better.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, you got your car.
Yeah.
Let's.
Beep, beep.
yeah, so I'm hearing Cynthia, Phoenix, and Looper, and Emma and Anchor. Emma and Anchor being the netrunner and tech minions of Cynthia the exec. Anybody in chat that wasn't aware, but I hear that you five are gonna take Tomcat's kid and head back to the home base, while Tomcat
Right.
and Wolf bring the body from the dumpster back up there and pick up, or what's Tomcat and Wolf gonna do while they're heading back?
We're gonna get things cleaned up. Also, don't forget the supplies that we found, the flak jackets and the guns. It's always good to have backups.
All that. Put in the trunk.
Go to
Yeah,
bed.
you can go back to the room that had the crates and boxes and stuff, and grab the rifles and weapons that were leaned up against the wall in that room, and take those, and the flak jackets that were in the other room.
And we're just gonna be taking the bodies down to the dumpster. We're gonna clean up a bit as soon as we find the cleaning supplies.
Cleaning supplies.
Make it look like someone went in and took them out.
All professional.
I'd say we leave the guy in the dumpster by the door. That way, it looks like he was coming in and got taken out as they were leaving. Whoever they are.
Yeah, I'm gonna follow your lead. You probably know a lot more about body disposal than I do, so.
Yeah, I don't know what you guys are trying to do. I'm just not touching anything. I don't know what the whole theory is behind just. We already took the kid. I'm supposed to just leave him dead? What?
Sorry, I was still recording.
Okay. Nothing like filming incriminating evidence that we just murdered a bunch of people.
I can edit it out.
Okay.
I'd say Tomcat, we just drag that guy inside the door, leave his phone with him, and let the other bodies fall where they're at. Let's not clean up anything.
Yeah, you're just gonna leave more evidence. Get the fuck out of Dodge.
Yeah.
That's right.
You already got what you want. It was your son. Just get out of there.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, you can do that. That wouldn't be hard. You easily get the body up there and kind of prop it up as if it was at the door when shit hit the fan. And yeah, it definitely looks like somebody broke in and killed, a few of these Voodoo Boys now, because shit, that's what happened. That's what you guys did. So that's exactly what it looks like. You guys made it look legit and got the hell out of there. Looper, copying everything from that Voodoo Boy's agent. Emma copying everything from the Voodoo Boy's computer, as well as covering that cam footage. And Wolf and Tom, you guys combat Cabot back to the home base and make your way over to the home base to meet up with everyone. Your kid's there. Looks like Phoenix already plugged in the game system that you jacked from the Voodoo Boys, and he's just propped up playing some video games.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good. He doesn't even turn to look at you. He's just zoned out in the video game. It's like nothing even happened, Which I guess is a good thing.
Yeah. I guess better he doesn't know. Look, kid, why don't you, it's getting late. Why don't you go ahead and go to bed, and me and the adults need to have a couple conversations.
Okay. All right, let me save my game. He saves it. And you kind of take him up to the room where you're staying at, and kind of hook him up, put him up. He ends up taking a nap, so the rest of you can get at it. And I brought up in the map and overlay for chat, so you can kind of see the home base, the Veritas Media abandoned firehouse that's been renovated. You can see all 3 floors there. Pretty awesome setup. But yeah, you get your kid to take a nap and come on down, and now the team's gathered up on the bottom floor there for a little regrouping. I'll let you guys take it from there.
Ugh. Cynthia sinks down into one of the chairs. Oh, so much more drama than needed.
Do we have anything to?
I pop up with some wine and start pouring a big glass.
Okay, you pour me one?
And I just look at you, give you a dirty look, and just
Please.
there's just a little bit left in it, and just hand it to you.
Oh no, dude! If there's only that much left, you take it. I'm sorry.
Tell you what, I'll head down to the corner store for some whiskey and some other things and accoutrement. I heard that the bodega has actually got some synth chicken down there. So if you guys wouldn't mind having a family meal.
You know what, Looper? I think I'll join you.
I need a moment. Unless you really need to go, but a lot of shit.
I mean, the kid's definitely going safe in here, so don't worry about that part.
What's that?
What?
So the kid's definitely safe in here. He doesn't have to worry about that part.
True. Yeah, let's go, Tomcat.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys can head to the bodega and get going. And as you go, and keeping in mind, you guys are where the home base is. You guys are not far at all from the cafe pool where Jake is posted up, considering you guys are on the edge of Old Japantown and Hot Zone, kind of where the firehouse is, and he's kind of in the north side of Old Japantown. But so it didn't take you guys long to kind of set up and get back to the base. And now Tom and Looper walking out to the bodega. Phoenix, you get a call from Jake calling your agent.
Hello?
Hey, it just flaked on my mind. I'm still trying to wrap my head around all this shit. I'm already back at the hotel, but I just remembered that, fuck, these Voodoo Boys, they part of the deal. They're helping me put in a couple more of my systems. I already paid them for them. They had the systems up in the apartment. They just had to do an install with some of my techs and their techs or something, and I never got that taken care of, but I sure enough fucking paid them. God damn it. Now they got my systems there. Did you happen to go through the place or take anything? Did you find any systems?
Emma, did you find any systems?
No, just the one I was in. I mean, that was the only one installed upstairs.
Emma didn't find anything. Huh. I don't know much about that stuff.
Alright, well, fuck it. I guess I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back and look at and see where are the other Voodoo Boys. What?
Well, don't go back tonight. Don't go anywhere there tonight. Stay clear away from your business. Why don't you come over to my place?
I don't know. I don't know what to do. Fuck.
No. stay clear of that place.
All right, fine. I'm gonna stay here. I'm gonna open the shop tomorrow. Oh fuck! I hope everything's fine. All right.
Yeah, we'll talk in the morning.
He hangs up.
Oh Lordy, what kind of system was he dealing with, Emma?
Well, no, he's. Emma says, it sounds like, I don't know, that the Voodoo boys maybe were going to install some systems for him. His data pool or something. I don't know.
Basic work stuff.
So, like, the system that's installed upstairs that Emma hacked into, like, you can buy systems and programs to install in locations. So apparently, just to explain how Cyberpunk RED works and stuff. So these systems that you get in, that are described like elevators, you can actually purchase systems and these programs and install stuff. So whatever mainframe hardware, whatever actual programs or whatever the system is to install, apparently Meatball paid Voodoo Boys for a couple of them that they were going to install with some of his techs or something that they sourced for him. That he paid him for but never got, just so you have a better understanding of what he was asking, So not necessarily that Emma would see them while jacked into the installed system up there, but he was just asking if you happen to come across system of wares, in the apartment. But yeah, hangs up, and Tomcat and Looper are walking out to the bodega. Let's get Phoenix, Wolf, and Cynthia to take off headphones. And Looper and Tomcat, you guys are walking to the bodega.
All right, so in the brief time, because I can do this stuff pretty quickly, I was able to make what you asked, and it's ready for you.
Wonderful. She's gonna love it, I'm sure.
Yeah. Basically, do you want me to describe to you, or do you want to wait?
You can go ahead and describe it.
So basically, this ring, what it does is it has a button on it. When you push that button, it showcases the first moment you guys said "I love you," and it will play your favorite song in the background.
Those
Little
Claire de Lune.
There you go.
It's an old song from way back before all the shit, man.
And as you guys go on in years, you can add new memories to it, and it'll add new, holograms of it.
I like that, man. Hold on to it for now and keep it safe for me, okay? What kind of whiskey you like?
Cheap.
There we go. But yeah, on that, thanks for doing that for me, man.
Cheers.
I think she'll say yes. Looks like we got the chicken. We got whiskey.
Chicken, whiskey, and that's all we need for the night. And
You need smokes.
yeah, let me grab a pack of cigarettes here. Camel Blue, Synth Camel Blues. What do they call them now? Yeah. All right.
Oh, hey, man after my taste.
There we go.
Why they've been going all these years.
So yeah, you're able to.
Synth tobacco now, which doesn't taste as good as it used to.
Yeah.
You're able to grab all the stuff from the bodega, kind of exchange the ring, and go over the details of that. And for chat, in case anybody wasn't aware, Tomcat, the tech, kind of worked out a thing with Looper on the side to make a wedding ring, so Looper could propose to Cynthia. So that's what he was describing, a sort of custom ring that does all that with the hologram, the music, and stuff. But yeah, you guys make your way back to the home base. Let's get the rest of the team.
Wait. He didn't give it to me. Just to let you know, it wasn't exchanged.
Oh, okay.
Nothing on it.
Okay, so he's still working on it, or is it?
No, I asked him to keep it safe for me.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right, cool. Then Tomcat has to keep that safe. Let's get everybody with the headphones. Put your headphones. Yeah, Looper and Tomcat come back from the bodega a little bit. After a little while of you three kind of hanging out and stuff, and they've got all the supplies, they've got the things as described, and enter back into the home base where you guys can kind of recap and discuss the main part of the mission now. Like, you were able to help Tomcat get his kid back, and that's great. Upstairs napping, even got a video game system out of it. Kind of cool. Turns out the kid was actually in good spirits, just kind of kept in the back room playing video games the whole time, so luckily unaware of all the shit that was going on around him. It's kind of nice. But yeah, there's the other part to this, which is kind of getting the Voodoo boys off of Tomcat's ass and kind of keeping them from, coming back at you all. Maybe they don't know about you all yet, but they definitely know Tomcat. And that was part of it, is Tomcat needed you all, especially the part of you being a media corporation, to incriminate the Voodoo boys, come up with some evidence, something to be able to do a release to throw them under the bus and let them deal with some legal issues and some other shit, so Tomcat doesn't matter at the moment, you know what I mean? Give them some time to lay low and get into this new life with the Team Veritas. So I'll pass the mic back to the team. No particular order. Anybody can role play this however you want or whatever, but I'd like for you all to kind of discuss that and kind of get your ducks in a row or whatever, so we can get to that believability check eventually. I'll let you take it from here.
Well, I have got a specialty dish I'd like to cook y'all. Well, I mean, if you want to take this kitchen to the conversation to the kitchen,
Sure. Let's go.
want me to work.
So, what all evidence do we have besides what was found on the server and what you got video recorded?
It was on that cell phone.
And the cell phone.
We got the cell phone. We got
Data from
we literally have us going in, storming their apartment and finding your boy. Again, what's your boy's name again? I'm sorry.
Logan.
And then with Logan in there, we have plausible deniability from the business owner. We have them while we were at Playland by the Sea, them definitely mean mugging you. I mean, they were out in force and definitely scoping you out.
There was a station thing with the voodoo doll and the bullets.
Yep. So, I mean, I'd say all in all, we have about 3 or 4 good pieces of evidence that, they were tied to
Not
all.
bad.
Yeah, 'cause that big one is kidnapping and the cop stuff on that phone. So,
The only loose end we really have to worry about is the owner.
Jake?
Well, yeah, like I was thinking, I mean, we still have a favor to call on from Chief Rippin, so maybe he could organize that a little extra protection goes Jake's way. Keep the Voodoo boys off him.
Have we looked through what Emma found on the server? Do we know what she has?
Not yet.
Yeah,
Yeah, we should go through all that.
Yeah, Emma gets back to you and basically finds, some evidence that can incriminate them to basically doing dealings of stolen merchandise and drugs and things like that. So she can at least, show the timestamp and sort of, encrypted information that links it to their system at that location or whatever. So it definitely shows like some evidence of them dealing in stolen shit and drugs. So there's at least one piece of evidence that they're doing some shit like that. So there's that one piece of evidence. I would say that, you also have a piece of evidence connecting, the sabotage stuff at Playland by the Sea. When you first got there, like Tomcat mentioned, the voodoo doll sort of set up in his installment there for the brain dances, and then how they sabotage some of the wiring that you were able to kind of get under control before things caught on fire. So maybe there's 2 pieces of evidence there, that being kind of voodoo. And then, you do have footage entering and attacking the voodoo boys and then the kid in the room and all that. If you want to kind of manipulate that footage to cut out the part of you guys breaking in and fucking them up to get to the point of the kid, and just kind of maybe slice and dice the footage to show them coming and going. Maybe the guy at the door, opening the door. Then all of a sudden a kid in the room, that sort of thing. Like make it look good. I would need some type of like a role from Looper, probably like a composition, or I'm open to ideas if you want to look at your skills, Looper. But it sounds like that might be like a composition sort of thing.
And use those +2s.
It could also be some type of like video tech, like a tech thing on the video side, because that makes sense too with editing. But I'm open to ideas, whatever you want to do with that. But we need that to see if you can get that third piece of evidence there, that footage.
I'd rather use photography/film for this, and then use one of those +2s.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you.
I love it. Yeah. And you have luck, But yeah, go for it. Let me know what you're using, what you're doing, and give me the roll. This is just for the video, the editing of the video, to give you guys a third piece of viable evidence to increase that believability check.
2 points of luck, and I'll use one of those +2s.
+2s.
2 points, +2s. What am I talking about?
Well, I guess you could get a +0.2, a +0.2.
20.
You need like 5 of those to make any difference there, but nice. Yeah, 20 is great. For some reason, this damn overlay isn't updating the dice. I keep having to reset it there. I don't know. It's just OBS has been giving me problems today. Sorry about that, chat. But yeah, 20. That's great. Looper is able to edit that footage, and it looks fucking believable. It looks like these guys are hanging out in this spot. You got some stuff. He was able to kind of get the footage of the door opening just to look like a delivery or some other footage. Like you guys aren't in it. There's no incriminating stuff. And then all of a sudden you can see the kid in the room, like when the door opens and he looks and he's able to edit things to obviously put that kid there and make it look like the Voodoo boys have this little kid. So yeah, we'll give that as a third piece of evidence there, like they're involved with some type of like human trafficking, kidnapping, or something along those lines. It definitely doesn't look good. That was a great roll. Fourth piece of evidence, I would say, if you, like you said, you do something with that agent phone. You had them going off to Upper Marina to meet up with to do some cookers and cocaine. We'll say you got the agent phone with, like I said, images of incriminating things going on in that, as well as connecting it directly to one of the Voodoo boys that's part of their gang. Give me some ideas there, because you need that fourth piece of evidence to get that +1 on that believability check. This is kind of your chance. You got that agent. What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, it's got those pictures of where they're beating up that cop, and them talking shit about it. I mean, that should be pretty good evidence, I would think, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a great piece of evidence. So yeah, you've got that photo. It's got even some little video clips of these two cops tied up to a chair in their home base. It was hard to make out exactly what it was, but now that you've been there, you can tell, like, holy shit, that's the back room. Like, they had these cops there at one point in the recent past. But yeah, you've got video of them bragging, beating the shit out of these cops. In fact, why don't you give me a library search, Wolf?
Not my best skill, but we'll take a stab at it.
There's another +2, isn't there?
Well, I'm letting you lead it up. It was kind of your idea of using that as evidence. I think you're kind of looking at it first, right?
Use a +2.
Yeah, use that +2.
Throw in a +2 and 3 points of luck.
Yay, another +2.
It's
Yay!
Wow, still, that's only a 12.
Okay, 12. Yeah, you're not getting a lot of stuff, except that these are NCPD guys. Like, you do a little bit of searching and you can see that these cops came up missing at one point, and like still labeled as missing. But that's like the only report that you're coming up with. So absolutely, a fourth piece of evidence would be this, kind of linking the Voodoo boys to these missing cops. So there's 4 right there. If anybody has any other ideas for more, let me know.
Well, we can use Jake as another person being lured in by the Voodoo dolls so we can just make sure that he gets witness protection, but we definitely can use Jake.
Well, that's what I would say with finding evidence about those 2 cops that are missing. And giving that to Ripon, that might even incentivize him a little bit more to add some protection to them.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah, we could definitely use him as
Yeah, what do you want to do? Because look, here it is. The media's rollability check, believability check. It comes down to, as long as one piece of viable evidence, you get that +1. But in order to get that that bonus or whatever, the next bonus, you have to have more than 4 pieces of evidence. You're at 4, so you need 1 more to kind of take it to that level. So what exactly do you want to do? You want to use Jake as a sort of witness, or talk him into doing an interview, or being a witness to something, or whatever the Voodoo are doing? Fill me in exactly what you want to do, and then let's try to do a roll about it.
I was gonna say, chase down that line, Phoenix, and if we could have Emma scour the phone, she's probably gonna be able to do it a little better than I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you want? What do you want Emma to do?
Scour the phone, see if there's anything real, like the worst is what we're looking for.
Yeah. She starts going through the phone. What's Phoenix gonna do? What's your idea for Jake?
Well, I can convince him to try to, to be a witness, but what is that? A witness protection, and just kind of go back to LA or just start somewhere fresh, because he was being, manipulated into it. He doesn't know anything really, but they were using his establishment. See if he'll play along.
Yeah, I think that's a definite idea. Give me a persuasion. Let's see. You call up Jake. He answers. He's a little bit more calm now. He talks about how he's back at the hotel. He sipped on a little bit of whiskey. He's trying to just wrap his head around all this, and like, fuck, I still got to open this business. I've already invested. As long as they're fucked up, I guess I'm not involved. And if they just, what's going to happen with them? Are you going to make them disappear, hopefully, or like, what's the plan? Because I still need to run my shop. What do you think, Phoenix?
Well, I think if you go ahead and be a little witness for us, we can get you all the protection you need and everything all right back over to you. Get all your money back, and you just end up disappearing from over here. Don't have to worry about this area at all. No more voodoo dolls.
All right,
But
now,
you have to testify.
yeah, give me a persuasion.
And I put my 2+2 in there. There we go. Ooh. Oh, critical fail? Did I do that right?
Yep, and that's persuasion. Phoenix, I don't know. I'm just worried that, if I come out as a witness on all this, that they're gonna come after me. Like, there's a lot of them. This is one little division of the fucking Voodoo Boys, and like, they know where to find me. That's my shop. I don't think I can be a witness. I don't think I can do this.
Do you have anything that you could think of that we can use against them that they don't even know that you have? Anything you could think of?
I don't know. I mean, did you search their place? They probably have stolen shit there and stuff. I don't know.
I already get that. Do you know anybody else that they're holding on to that they might just be a witness to it? Do you know anybody else you want to throw under?
No, I mean, I have no idea. I can't. I can't get involved. I really just, I don't know. I wish I could help. I don't. And Phoenix, give me a 1d10 and let me know if it's under your luck stat.
1d10. Did it hit it? Oh,
If you just grab the d10 in Fantasy Grounds at the bottom, you see all those dice?
yeah.
Grab
It didn't go in there?
Grab the d10
Okay.
and toss it into the chat window.
Oh, there you go. I kept throwing it and missing it.
That should be under your luck stat. So yeah,
Yeah, 'cause
because that's a 1. Unless
Yeah,
your
that's-
unless your luck is 0, you should be good. But yeah, Jake says, I don't look. All right, look, you've been straight with me. I didn't really get what was going on here, but you kept me out of this shit. You want to talk to Henry, my assistant, the guy helping run the data pool with me. He was there with me setting up. He's the one that originally got flexed on by Voodoo Boys before I even showed up. He was doing the initial installs for deliveries, and he was the first one that had to deal with Voodoo Boys. And like, maybe you can make him a witness. He'll do it. Keeps me the fuck out of it. I can even act like I'm upset with him if something happens. Like I didn't want him to say that or something. I don't know. It's the best I can do. I can give you him.
that works. Any little thing helps. And I just
Yeah.
take his contact.
Yeah, and you're
Hand
able
it
to,
over.
you're able to get that contact and get him on the line. Let's do another persuasion check. This is your last chance here for this as a piece of evidence, it would appear.
Another what you want?
So any luck, any +2s that you might have.
You want another persuasion?
Oh yeah, another persuasion. This is you talking to Henry's assistant that runs the front desk, who's like, oh yeah, no, I've met you before. Yeah, he's totally aware of you guys. Yeah, my boss has a thing for you. What now?
Okay.
What do you want me to
I'll
say?
use 2 more of my lucks.
I was gonna say, Val, you used a +2 on the last one, right?
I use my own luck.
Oh, okay, so we still have a +2.
Hey, Sunwalker just gave another +2, as well as Raven's +2 prior to that.
We have 2 +2s.
There's my little +2 luck. Boom.
Nice. Yeah. All right. I get it. I know what's going on here, and look, I told Jake not to fuck with these guys. That, I know it's the combat zone. You're not going to get PD, but fuck with what they're extracting from him and his income. Like, he could have just paid private security or something. Like, what do you want me to say? I'll talk. Like, fuck those guys.
Perfect. We're gonna get you all recorded, and then we're gonna pass you on to LAPD so they can relocate your little tushy.
Oh, okay. Sure, yeah. He goes along with it.
Okay. Yeah, everything he did for Jake, he's just pretty much just gonna reread, tell us all his whole story.
Oh yeah, no, I would say that Looper's able to get a video of him kind of breaking down the initial, working with the Voodoo Boys as protection for Jake's data pool, and just kind of incriminates the Voodoo Boys for extraction and all that sort of stuff that they were doing on that side of things. So at least it's a fifth piece of evidence incriminating the Voodoo Boys. What's that, Tomcat?
Let Logan testify, or I'll talk to him, see if he would be willing to testify. Because, he was picked up by them, so he would be able to know what they look like, and they could, have him do, like, the lineup or whatever.
Oh, yeah. I think it's a great idea. That's a great idea. You don't even need to do any type of contested role to convince your own son. He's willing to kind of point out Uncle Jerry and the ones that convinced him to kind of leave with him, and then he's been playing video games with them for the past week, and I think that's a good idea.
What about can we do an interview with Tomcats, because they were running him around long before they kidnapped his son, trying to force him into doing work.
Oh yeah,
and they don't know he's part of Team Veritas or anything, so he could be just a bystander on the street. And would that work?
Oh yeah.
All right. Do I need to do a conversation role or any kind of room for that?
Yeah, hold on one second. Yeah, go for it. Give me a conversation.
Oh,
nice.
Wow.
Oh yeah, Tomcat comes clean about everything that they fucking did to him, and it's passionate, it's believable, it even brings a tear to everyone's eye as he's recording it, because it's that good. It really breaks down what they did to his kid, and it's definitely a tear jerker, a heart squeezer. It's great. It's a great piece of footage, a great piece of evidence. I'll even allow it to add another to that believability check.
Well,
Roll.
that's gonna go in the story. I got something in my eye. Well, I think that's been a Quite an endeavor, everybody. I think we got everything we need.
Yeah, I think the team kind of gathers that up and maybe, puts together the official sort of press release that Veritas will put out, hopefully get picked up by major media outlets. Obviously, it always comes down to that believability check to see if it really gets picked up. You breaking the story and putting it out satisfies the sponsors to cover your monthly bills, as always, with the exception that you know that if you don't pass believability checks, it risks that if you do that a couple times in a row, you potentially can lose sponsors, and then you can't cover your bills. Then you got to do more than just break a case a month. You got to find new sponsors. You got to keep that going. So it's not the be-all, end-all if you fail a believability check on being able to cover expenses. But it only allows you one more time, another month, to try to really rack up a good story. So it is a bit stressful. You do want to make it successful. You have the bonuses there. Tomcat really pushed it over the edge there with that excellent conversation roll for the video. Hey, Sunwalker, another +2. Keep track of that so we don't lose it. Can't use luck on a believability check. Can't use +2s on the believability check. But keep track of those +2s for any other checks that might come up, as well as in the future session and stuff. And we knew that this session was going to come down to this. You got the kid, and half of that mission is successful. You got Tomcat out from under Voodoo Boys, at least. You got him his son back. Now this believability check is really going to be, the deciding factor. Are the Voodoo Boys going to be too busy with all this shitstorm that you just caused for them that they don't even give a fuck about Tomcat? They've got to deal with all this stuff that just came out and have to deal with NCPD and just all this shit? Or is it going to be this type of thing now? Voodoo Boys are going to come back and oh, look at this. This happened. Somebody came and got Tomcat's kid. Tomcat can't be found, but this company just tried to throw us under the fucking bus with all this stuff and failed. So now they have the time to kind of make an enemy out of Veritas and see what the fuck's up, It could go down like that. Who knows? And you can only imagine the possibilities. We know Voodoo Boys are a booster gang in fucking Night City. Cyberpunk can be brutal at times. It's definitely dystopian and dark. So you want to pass the believability check is what I'm getting at here. Let's get to it. You got all the evidence. You got your +2 bonus. You've got your bonus from Tomcat as well.
If I could call that, I would say we eat our dinner and have a nice night. But I'm going to work on that story tomorrow. And I need you all to get the fuck out of my hair while we do this, because this has got to hit right, because we're taking on an actual, scary-ass gang. So you can get, I would say go to a bar or something like that, but, you got your kid with you, so, I don't know, you can get them all into Playland by the Sea tomorrow?
That sounds like a plan. How about this? How about I stay with the kid, and I'm probably going to hit that day, and you know what? Here's 100 eddies. Go to the bar, you guys. Have a great fucking night. That's the least I can do.
Milo.
Kitty!
Yeah.
He gave you a cat, too, out of nowhere. He just Tomcat pulls it out of his pocket. He's like, here, this is the least I could do. Here's a cat and 100 eddies.
Honestly, I would take that deal. It's a good deal.
Amazing. Where'd you find a real cat?
Well, yeah, I would say we enjoy our night, and then tomorrow I'll crack out this story. You guys go ride some roller coasters and play some games and shit.
Sounds like a plan.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's do that. Let's have everyone kind of have their fun tonight. Hit up the bar, do some drinking, spend Tomcat's money while Tom gets to kind of lay low and crash early with this kid and just spend some needed time with his son that's been missing and finally reunited. So they lay low while Looper hangs out, with a good drink and some food after everyone's done, and maybe works on that report a little bit, able to kind of crash out. And let's get to the next day. Let's at least get to a point where we can, get to that believability check and see how this kind of pans out. So next day, everyone's kind of up, gets through their morning rituals, able to grab a little breakfast kibble or whatever is available from the sponsor, and yeah, you all are together. Looper has already been up. Looks like he hasn't gotten a lot of sleep. It looks like Phoenix just popped out of the shower. And yeah, Looper's already up working on this report. Y'all are gathered up. I'll let you take it from there.
For once, Cynthia is not actually all dressed up or anything. She literally comes down disheveled in like flannel pajamas, and just kind of like shuffles over to the coffee machine and grabs herself a cup of coffee.
Girl, you were knocking them back last night.
I don't want to talk about it.
I actually feel good this morning. Feel
Fuck
kind of
you.
bad for Jake, but I'll call him later.
Is sobbing an appropriate response to a hangover?
I got a pretty good start on the day considering how late I was up last night.
Are we in an alternate universe? What is happening?
I don't know. I think we might have Freaky Friday'd.
I wander down and I get me an Irish coffee minus the coffee. So,
You absolute madman!
It's too early to stop drinking.
You absolute madman! Please get that away from me. I'm going to vomit if I smell it. Please.
I walk downstairs with my kid. I grab myself some coffee. I make him some pancakes. I haven't been able to do that in a while. So, cook him some breakfast, set it out for him. I drink my coffee, light up a cigarette.
Phoenix just pushes her fan outside. Mm-mm. I'm a little hungover and I don't want to smell that. Go. Mm-mm.
Yeah, this will cure the hangover every time. Here, take another shot.
Cynthia's head's like on the kitchen counter. She's just like cold. So good. Head hurt. Cold counter. Yes.
So what I'm hearing is we're having a normal morning for edgerunners, and Looper's working on the report. How's it going?
He's taking a break, enjoying his breakfast with everybody else until they head out, and then before he can finish it. Got some final touches. Got some good word play, as it will. Thank God that most text gets read to people these days. Otherwise, they wouldn't be fucking reading. Well, you got, and he looks at Logan. He's like, "You got a big day at Playland, huh?"
Yeah, my dad said we're going. Are we going? Let's go. You just like reminded him. All of a sudden, he like runs over, grabs his shit. He's like by the door.
All right, come on, let's go, kid. All right,
James
so
is putting up her last touches by the door.
yeah, so we leave. We take a battle cab over to Playland by the Sea.
And I continue to work on, and eventually, throughout the day, I'm able to publish the story.
Nice. Yeah, the team can go over to Playland by the Sea. We're basically, it's as you saw before, just a bunch of corporate monuments and rides and different things that are very, theme park based, but with that Night City style, like combat cabbies for kind of like a bumper cars ride and a Bozo fun house. Richard Knight's roller coaster and the Alley Cats experience is still there. You can see Tomcat's sideshow set up. That was put on temporary hold. Well, obviously because of things you all have been to, but now you see the sign saying that it's reopening soon, so that's kind of good news. At least Tom can get back to his well-rewarded installation there for a couple weeks, or at least another week of it. But yeah, you spend time there riding rides and having a good time, eating some theme park food and just enjoying yourself. But back over to Looper. Let's get Cynthia, Wolf, Phoenix, and Tomcat to take off your headphones. And don't look at the Fantasy Grounds dice roll result.
Oh, we need to close that? Or
No, just don't look at it.
Or shrink it down.
Just don't read it.
Wait, Cynthia, did you take off your headphones?
She was cheating. Yeah, so let's do it. Let's get
Believability check.
yeah.
Oh wait, it wasn't supposed to do that +6. I don't know why I did that +6. Oh wait, yeah, it was supposed to do that +6.
Hold on a second. My OBS. All right, there we go.
Wait, why did it do that? I just roll a D10, right?
Yeah, on a believability check, you just basically do a D10, and you're trying to get. Wait, what rank are you now? You're 5 now, right?
6.
Oh, 6. Okay, well, still 4 out of 10 chance that the audience buys it, but you do have that bonus, so you have a 7 out of 10 chance. Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, you land it. Basically, you send out the report. It heads out, and yeah, instantly you can see major news outlets kind of picking it up and stuff. And yeah, you're instantly getting pinged. Your garden page for Veritas is kind of blowing up, and once again you're getting hit up by sponsors that are all happy as hell that things kind of worked out, and that's great. But then after a while hanging out during the day, you know the teams at Playland by the Sea enjoying themselves. They'll be back later in the afternoon or evening, but you get that report out. And it's a bit later, like late morning, early afternoon, before some shit kind of hits the fan. Basically, you start hearing some ruckus outside, and you look out to basically see a handful of Voodoo boys in a beat-up 4-door, just kind of pulling right up to the front of the firehouse. Even wrecking into some debris from the hot zone, because remembering the firehouse is kind of on the edge of hot zone and combat zone. It's kind of a bad area, but they just kind of wrecking this shit, obviously coming with a purpose. As you see a handful of Voodoo boys just kind of jump out of the vehicle and come running up to the door, armed.
Oh shit. Yeah, I instantly just start like barricading my room, like pushing all the furniture that I can against the door.
Yeah, you can do that. Yeah, you start pushing the couch and things against the door and trying to barricade it. Just as you shove stuff up to the door, they're already kind of like banging on the door and kind of shoving it. You can hear them yelling outside, yelling, all of them at the same time. You can tell they're just in a fit of rage. It's hard to make out what they're saying. They could even be on some drugs. It's really hard to discern exactly what they're saying, but you can hear things like, you fucked up. You think we wouldn't be able to track down where you guys are? Fuck you. You're going to pay for this. That sort of thing. Like they're in some last hurrah of revenge from the report that just went out today.
Oh, fuck. And then I go all the way back up to my room real fast and then close that door and I start barricading that door.
Nice.
And then I call I call Cynthia. She's about to sit back down. She went to the bathroom.
Okay. Yeah. Well, we can get everybody. Everybody have headphones on?
Yeah, we're good.
Jan,
Yeah.
you with us? All right, cool. Yeah, all of a sudden, you guys are enjoying yourselves at Playland by the Sea. It's probably like early afternoon. Tomcat's kid is having an absolute fucking blast. All of you are having a blast too. It's been a long time since you all have been able to enjoy yourselves like kids and not really have to worry about missions and rewards and repercussions in the life in Night City, right? So you're enjoying yourself, but it's about early afternoon or so. Cynthia, you're getting a call from Looper. Oh wait, you can't hear you. You're a little low there. What was that? There you are.
Hey, what's up? How's it going?
Hey, guys. You guys having a good time?
Yeah, we're having a great time. Well, I'm getting a little motion sickness watching all the rides, but like for the most part, it's been really great.
Cynthia, you know that I love you, right?
Yeah, of course I do.
If I had asked you to marry me, would you?
Yeah, I would. In a heartbeat.
Hey, Tomcat, can you hear me?
Yeah, what's up, Flipper?
Now might be a good time as any to give her the thing.
You
Why
guys
don't you
all
just
hear an
wait?
explosion kind of go on in the background, and some like almost like a grenade or something went off in the
What the
background.
Looper, what's going on?
Voodoo boys are here. They just got into the downstairs. They're coming up the stairs. It's not going to be long before they get into my room, but it looks like they tracked us down.
Hey, we're gonna head, guys. We gotta get back. We gotta get back right now. We gotta get back. We gotta go.
And if anything happens to me, just guys, never stop seeking the truth, and take those corrupt bastards down as you see fit. Keep the dream going, you know.
Don't talk like that.
You can hear banging in the background, and Looper, you can hear yelling outside of your door as the door is kind of being kicked and hit, and like you can hear, like I said, just like a frenzy of voices, more than a handful, frantically yelling, and just like, what, you think we wouldn't fucking find you? Fuck you! And all this like crazy shit as they're banging on the door, and the rest of you can kind of hear it on the phone too, like it's like right there on the other end of the line.
Well, I just want you to know I love you guys, and Cynthia, I love you most of all.
I love you too. Just get out the window or something.
Get the fuck out of there!
You know when my room is boarded up. Well, shit, they're here.
Don't, please. Please.
And that's the way the kibble crumbles.
What?
You hear another explosion and some gunshots and stuff kind of going on as you can just kind of hear the some chaos happening in the background, and the agent, you hear kind of like a rustling sound, like it's knocking, and then some gunshots in the background and some grunts, and like there's definitely some type of fight going on back there as you guys are all scrambling to get into the vehicle and head back to the home base. But obviously, coming from Playland by the Sea and fighting traffic, even flooring it and weaving in and out, it's going to take an hour. I mean, even if you're lucky with amazing driving skill checks, it's going to take at least 40 minutes, just because of distance and traffic. There's just nothing you can do, and it's horrible because most of the way you can hear fighting and gunshots and like just grunting, and you can hear Looper yelling out and stuff. It's pretty bad, but I'll let you guys kind of role play a little bit of that if you want.
You did hear in the background, just as a gunshot went off, Looper saying like, "Play stupid games," and then fires a shot. Because his gun is engraved with "Win stupid prizes."
Just keep hanging on. We're almost there.
I'm driving as fast as I can. I'm driving. I'm yelling at everybody. Get out of my way!
By the way, that was, you could hear that in the background as if like after the phone had dropped.
Oh yeah. No, more fighting. I mean, after even just 5-10 minutes of driving, not just the smallest portion of that fucking 40-minute to an hour-long drive back to the home base. You hear the chaos going and gunshots happening, and just some combat. We'll even trigger some sounds just to help set the mood there. But yeah, just shit hitting the fan, and then an eerie silence. No more gunshots, no more grunting, no more yelling, but you do hear, some rustling noises, some movement, some chatter, some mumbling, but no more yells loud enough to be picked up on the agent clearly. But there's definitely some movement, some sounds going on, and then you drive another 10-20 minutes or so, and then it's just silent. You don't hear anything on the line, nothing at all. And then all of a sudden the line goes dead. It's just off. You drive another, 10-20 minutes. You pull up to the home base. You're basically at the Veritas Media home base. As you pull up, you can see that sort of normal pile to the side of the front yard, front of the building, where construction has piled debris and old remnants of building kind of stuff that you guys too have kind of piled aside since you moved in, is all kind of knocked over to the side as if something has rammed into it or hit it at one point. The front door is completely blown in. You can see like shrapnel damage, like somebody clearly threw a grenade at it or blew the front door wide open. Some of it's still kind of smoldering and kind of black with soot. You enter in the home base, or at least you're entering towards the front door. What's everybody's approach? What's everybody doing?
And stay in the car.
Cynthia immediately bolts out the car and starts running inside the building.
Jump out with my gun.
Yeah, pistol's ready.
Yeah, I run out too as I'm hitting my sync coat. I'm like, oh no!
Cynthia hits the synth coke, instantly losing the southern accent. All manners out the door, ready for action as Tomcat stays in the car, kind of keeping his son out of the chaos and the carnage. And Cynthia and Wolf and Phoenix, you make your way in, and sure enough, the front door is blown in. You can see part of the couch completely broken in half that took some of the damage from whatever happened at the front door. You can see the entertainment center kind of knocked over, the TV broken on the floor, as if everything was up towards the door and got knocked over at one point. You can see that, cabinets are open, like in the kitchen, and things are kind of overturned. The crate and rack that you have by the front door where you kind of hang your flat vests and things coming in if you ever need, all that's knocked down on the floor. Like the place has definitely been kind of flipped. You make your way up the stairs tactfully, trying to catch up with Cynthia, who's already skipping steps and making her way up. You make your way up to the hallway where you can see blood and carnage. It almost looks like there was some blood or something dragged down the hallway, like there was a body at one time dragged down the hall and picked up or something. You can see blood handprints on the wall. Some of the wall has like gashes in it and blown out where either bullets have hit or melee weapons have hit. You can see Looper's door completely blown in. Pieces of the door just scattered all over the floor. You can still smell gun smoke. It's eerie, it's silent, but you're seeing all this chaos. And as you kind of take that corner into Looper's room, I'd love Looper, Will, to tell the team exactly what they see.
Yeah, so they just they see that his gun has been, if they were to inspect his gun, it's been completely unloaded, but he's just on the floor, just arms spread, several holes plugged into his chest, but completely lifeless in the eyes.
Cynthia doesn't move. She's just staring at his body at the doorway.
I holler from outside.
Phoenix runs in and still tries to take a pulse, or to take action. My vaccine's gone. She runs in and tries to take a pulse to see if there's anything. She's just in denial, just
What's
trying
Wolf
to grab
doing?
him.
Just look in the room, shake my head, walk out and lean up against the wall, light a cigarette.
And it's right then too, your agents kind of ping off and you're seeing, all this action and shares of this story that Looper put out for Veritas about the Voodoo boys. And it looks like major outlets are picking it up, and it's like being backed up by a secondary report that literally just got released now, saying that the NCPD is on a manhunt for any members of Voodoo boys, and they've already scooped up a handful in different locations. And apparently, like, there's a whole citywide sort of thing. Like, there other secondary reports coming out, playing off of Veritas's breaking story, basically saying how Voodoo boys have been running amok in the city for far too long, and this is enough evidence finally stacking against them that NCPD has to take action against them, and they're currently looking for them and bringing them all up. But that story was successful, and it spread like wildfire, but NCPD wasn't able to kind of scoop up Voodoo boys quick enough that some obviously got here and tracked down Veritas in the meantime. And you're kind of connecting all those dots as your agents go off and you see the reports kind of happening in real time, which you kind of didn't notice prior to that because you were all enjoying yourself at Playland by the Sea and taking that time to let Looper kind of do his thing as a media. Unfortunately, this is kind of what happened. but at no one's fault, just at the circumstances at hand. But Tomcat, what were you saying? In the car.
I finally stick my head in because I noticed it's been quiet for a while.
Oh yeah.
Is it all here?
I like look at him and I just shake my head.
No.
Keep logging out.
Killed. This is my fucking fault.
Phoenix grabs the sheet off the bed and just kind of covers him up so she doesn't have to see him anymore.
Your fault, Tomcat. He knew what would happen. He knew the chances he was taking. He did what he loved.
He saved my son and he fucking died.
Yeah, I think it would be kind of cool to streamline a little bit of this storyline, because it's a sad moment losing Looper, but in a bit of a hero's death, like Tomcat was at least able to point out, saved his son in the process, unfortunately losing his life, the repercussions of that report, even being successful. Voodoo Boys acted fast. They used their ability to get information from the streets to kind of track down Veritas on a home base in the combat zone there, and got some revenge before NCPD was able to get him. But I'd love to streamline a little time events for Team Veritas here, that over the course of days, possibly weeks, that you're able to clean up the base, kind of get things back to normal, have a memorial for Looper, kind of see NCPD reports and news breaking stories coming out talking about the last of the Voodoo Boys being captured up and taken, and it worked. At least that came out, and the Voodoo Boys are doing time. The major key players of the Voodoo Boys, and it kind of disrupted their whole Booster Gang activities. But it's taken you guys weeks to get back to normal, to have a memorial for Looper. For you all to kind of come to grips and wrap your head around exactly what happened here, and to just get back to somewhat normal, or at least have a moment where the four of you, Cynthia, Wolf, and Phoenix, and Tomcat, get back together the first time since you came back to discover Looper's body. This is the first time, even with the memorial, where it was all based on family and things, and you didn't even have time then to do anything but have a memorial for Looper. This is the first time back together, somewhat normal, to have a moment to talk to each other about future plans, about what might happen, about where you guys are at. I think it'd be cool if Tomcats maybe leads that up a little bit, considering what he has.
Cynthia, Looper wanted me to give this to you. He made it special for you. It's when you push the little button on the side, it shows the memory of it's a hologram of the first time you guys said you loved each other. And it plays Claire de Lune. It was also supposed to be able to record. It was supposed to record future memories, but I'm so sorry.
Thanks. You can tell Cynthia's trying to keep it together, but like she's barely hanging on anymore.
I'm barely hanging on as a GM in real life. I'm getting teary-eyed over this session. Jesus, what is going on?
Phoenix has been on a bender of coke, so she's just been doing coke, so she's been really hyper. So when she saw everybody, she's just like.
For the past 2 weeks since this, and I'm still drunk. Yeah, I'm just kind of watching them do this exchange and take a hit off the bottle. I look pretty much like a hobo up the street at the moment.
She like puts the ring on and clicks the button to see what happens.
What happens, Looper?
It was in LA after everybody else had gone to sleep when we were on top of the RV, after everybody else had gone to sleep. It was that scene, basically. She and I were up there alone, and that's when I told her I loved her.
She just smiles and like covers it with her hand and holds it for a little bit.
So I think maybe Phoenix would ask at this point, what's everybody's plans, or maybe Cynthia would ask. I don't know who would, but the fact that Veritas is a neocorp for media and you lost your media, and I think it'd be fun in character to kind of go over that, to at least have a moment where you kind of decide future plans, whether Cynthia is deciding to kind of walk away from all this edge running bullshit because of what happened with Looper, whatever. I know Wolf had dreams of Tokyo and maybe reconnecting with some of their past teammates, or at least getting away for a temporary. There's those options. There's options to kind of keep the home base and continue on. I know there was talks with Phoenix, was talking about continuing on and at least, trying to continue at least being a fixer. Tomcat just got into the team, so he needs to kind of lay low and kind of hang out in the home base and has nowhere to go for the most part. Even with Voodoo Boys gone, his life has been disrupted. So there's kind of some things to discuss here and figure out, not to mention outside of character, outside of team. We know that Will and Naomi aren't continuing on with Team Veritas. They can't stream with us because of work commitments and just timing. They can't keep doing the weekday stream with us. So we did kind of have to put a wrap on the characters a little bit. So with that in mind, obviously, Looper had a hero's death. I'd like to, the other four are now finally back together, get in the ring, realizing that's one thing Looper was working towards, the whole proposal thing with you, Cynthia, over the phone, and now Tomcat showing the ring, and you realize that. The team finally getting back together after, the weeks of time after this shit happening with Looper. I'd like for you guys to all kind of discuss, like, what's the plans? What are you all doing? Cynthia, if you want to lead it up.
Yeah, Cynthia, are you going back home to LA?
No. There's really not much else for me back there. Maybe I'll go out east. See what's going on out there. Take some video.
Venture off on a new adventure.
Yeah, I don't really have much of a choice.
Well, you always can come back and visit me here. I'm gonna revamp this building.
I expect it to be a full-blown nightclub by the time I come back.
Be very classy.
Yeah.
Very, very classy.
I expect nothing less. I know you're ultimate classy. The finest wines, the finest champagnes, the whole kit king caboodle.
Yeah, but I think I'm actually gonna probably just maybe put it out as a hub for some stragglers. Maybe help out some people coming through.
It's a good idea.
I always need some people, different skills coming in and out. But definitely maybe a spa at the bottom.
Listen, even if you're down and out, a spa's probably one of the best things you can get.
That'd be our front and the bottom, so nobody knows what's going on the top. Gotta revamp. Well, if you're so quiet, what are you up to? Besides boozing, because you've been boozing.
Well, I'm wearing a wedding ring on a chain around my neck that I've always worn, and I'm sitting here just playing with it, and I'm obviously lost in thought. I pretty much did not appear to catch even what you were saying, but I was like, well, I guess I'll go back and see the boss and see if he needs us to do something, because we need to make some money.
Yeah, I know we need to make some money, but I'm just so tired. But
I gotta get focused on something, or it's gonna be down and out for me.
that's true. Well, he'll call me up when he needs me anyways. I'm bound to him anyways.
Yeah, I know. Lost another friend.
Maybe Phoenix notices him playing with that ring that he's always been wearing.
What is going on with you in that ring again?
My
It's gonna put fire on your neck. How much you've been playing with it?
I used to be married. I believe I told Tom I had a daughter. Some things happened. Much like this right here, people came in, and so this is hitting pretty close to home. I just need to get focused on something else soon,
Maybe you need a vacation.
probably. Maybe I need to see if I can get in touch with Kira and go visit her over in Japan.
That would be nice. I don't think as much as I've known you, Wolf, you've always been on the missions. You don't have to retire, but you could go on a little vacation.
Yeah, I gotta do something. I'm just not sure. I have to see.
I know with all this death that keeps happening around us, we need to kind of regroup and think about ourselves first. Just a little bit.
What about Tomcat?
Well, just because I want to make sure that my son stays safe, because Night City is clearly not a place. I'm going to send him off to live with his grandma on his mom's side, just to keep him safe, because I don't want to risk that happening again. She's off in, Oklahoma, so, middle of nowhere, no budget, so, but he'll be safe. Then he won't have to worry about anything bad happening because of me again.
Are you gonna stay here with me and fix up this place?
In the meantime, we've got a building to fix.
Can you guys do me a favor?
Yeah.
When you fix this building, can you dedicate it to Looper?
Yeah. Loopers in.
I like it.
Put that on the top.
Nice. Yeah, it sounds like you get back together after all this time. You're able to reminisce sometimes with Looper, some past missions and things, but it seems like with the loss of yet another teammate, this one being one of the founding partners and best friends of the team, which again are few and far in between in Night City, it just hit a little too hard to the point where the team needed to kind of regroup and rethink life things on personal levels. Cynthia kind of heading east, or at least getting out of Night City, trying to forget the horrible things that have happened and maybe try to reconnect with family or just get to better times, try to slowly get back to a normal life. She at least has the memory and the ring from Tomcat from Looper, which is at least a beautiful thing that she can carry on with her in memory. It sounds like Phoenix and Tomcat are gonna somewhat stay put. Phoenix, very fixer-like, has to get back to the grind and just do a bunch of synth coke and chalk it up to another partner and team member died, but will at least whatever she does will at least do it in memory of Looper and one of her past teams and partners. Sounds like she's able to continue working with Tomcat, who will hang out, has really no place to go, but at least can send the kid back with family, but wants to stay in Night City and work on his sideshow stuff, continue being a tech, and agrees to stay by his word that he originally had, which was to help fix up the home base, now needing it more than ever. Not just revamping it or getting it up to par, but just fixing it up in the first place. Sounds like Wolf is also down to kind of hang out and help Phoenix and work together. I mean, in some way doesn't have a choice, because both Wolf and Phoenix have sold themselves to the Sanguinetti family at the beginning of character creation, if anybody in chat wasn't aware. Wolf and Phoenix, no matter what, are owned by the Sanguinetti family, and probably will have some things pop up here and there that they're going to have to do, and that does tie them together. But Wolf agrees, like, look, I'm going to get away. I've been through a lot, even opened up a little bit about the ring and his personal life, but he does want to get away for a little while. Maybe not a retirement, but a little vacation, as Phoenix says. He's earned it. He has had some crazy dreams about Tokyo, and maybe go track down past team member. Go see if he can find Kira and just reconnect. Maybe get away for a week or two. Get out of Night City, But he does assure Phoenix, he'll be back. Works it out with the Sanguinetti family, and it's okay. He can take a little bit of time. The family doesn't need him right now, but he will be back if Phoenix needs him for anything. And maybe he heads off to Tokyo as Cynthia heads out east, and Tomcat and Phoenix get to work on the home base, at least fixing the door, fixing it up, working towards renovations, working towards thinking of what to revamp it as. Phoenix has kicked around some ideas as a possible, motel, hostel, place to stay, maybe some type of spa. Who knows what it'll become, but they definitely want to revamp it, and can't carry on as a media neocorp. But whatever it becomes, Phoenix agrees it'll have Looper's name in it somehow, or at least be in memorial to it. But yeah, I think that can be a wrap on Team Veritas as we've known it. One hell of a ride. I actually cried in this session. Such an emotional moment. I know we were trying to find some type of out for Looper and Cynthia, maybe a hero's moment, maybe a happy ending, maybe something. We kind of kicked around some ideas, but we never got to connect and solidify options. Me and Will on the side. I hope this was good. I hope it was enjoyable for a hero's out. Will?
That was actually the way you did it was actually exactly the version of it I had in my mind.
Awesome.
Is just that because unfortunately there are no happy endings in Cyberpunk. Sometimes there are rare occasions, but I mean for the most part it's not all. It's very much unhappy endings a lot of time.
Oh no, it's dystopian.
But
yeah.
It was an absolute honor to be playing in this group, these 3 campaigns. I mean, we had so many other people that were with us as well. Not so many, but 3. But still, this team just was just such an honor to work with for almost 2 years. It's been a real pleasant experience. You'll continue to see me and Team Nevermore, and more to come possibly. But Veritas was an absolute gem to be a part of, and I'm sad to leave it. But hey, I'll continue to watch the next iteration of whatever the team is. Maybe you guys stay as Team Veritas, or you change to something else. I don't know.
Yeah, I think it's definitely evolving into a new company. We'll see what happens. Things will change, but it'll continue on. Everybody, that can play still wants to play, and we'll talk behind scenes and kind of organize that. So everybody in chat, everybody watching, give us a little time, maybe a few weeks, and then we'll see what happens. And you'll see some of these familiar faces back with this team and continuing on, and we'll see what other streams happen. But at least it was a great wrap. I think each character kind of has closure to their own story. It wasn't a happy ending. It was a bit dystopian, but I also feel like it was kind of a fun, epic sort of hero's death moment in a sense that it was a successful press release, right? It was successful, the believability check, so it saved the team, saved Tomcat's kid, got everything out of the heater, but we also got to kind of play into the fact that you two as players had to leave, and we got to make this epic moment. And I love the fact that you kind of barricaded the door and went to the room to barricade, because it allowed this transition period for you to make the call to Cynthia and have that fucking moment with the team and stuff as it was happening, and the team could hear it in the background, and knowing that they have that car ride away, and It was just so fucked up. Like, I'm getting teary-eyed now just talking about, like, recapping it. That's how good it was to me. Like, I fucking loved it. It was so good.
You can't relive that again, man.
So good.
So crazy. But yeah, thanks so much to the team for being part of this, making it epic. Thanks to chat for, rewarding the +2s and being part of our story and tuning in all the time. Make sure you follow and subscribe, and we will be back. This won't be the last time you see these players or this team or future streams from them and other content, and definitely not the last time you'll see some more stuff here on Cybernation Uncensored. Don't forget, 8 a.m. tomorrow morning, we have Cyberpunk RED right here, and then I'm over on Sirenscape at 4, and then we're back here at 6 for some Star Trek, so plenty of content and stuff going on. Again, props to Team Veritas, props to the players, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Take care.
Thanks, guys.
Alright, we're muted. Outro video playing. Tears are stopping. God, that was so good.